still can see me up in my big truck, boy. Smiling like a little kid when I spin the corner with my brand new toy. I got them parking, they go.
Welcome to my channel. This is your girl, OTR Diva. Excuse me. Look, I be in so many Facebook pages for truckers. And the ones that I see that, I ain't gonna say bother me. Well, they do bother me. I guess because I work for Stevens. But, yeah. But, the thing I see, the question is Stevens a good company to work for? Now here's my answer to that, because me and my DM was talking about this. It's what you make out of it, what you take out of it, what you put in it, and everything like that. But if you sit and listen to everybody out here who has something negative to say about Stevens, you would never give Stevens a try. You'll never give. To me, I believe, regardless of how low the starting pay is as a company driver, I believe Stevens is a good company. One, based off of their safety, because safety is like a number one thing for them, and they're focused on safety. If you have a good rapport with your DM, you can accomplish some of the things you're trying to accomplish. But if you're trying to, slack and everything like that, be like, oh man, I don't want to be here, or whatever the case may be, it'll hurt you in the long run, if you get what I'm saying. Now, like for me, I'm going to use myself for a prime example, because this just recently happened. I was so frustrated with everything that was going on, and not only was I frustrated with Stevens, but I had a whole lot of other issues going on. I had stuff at family. My miles wasn't looking good, meaning my pay wasn't looking good. Had issues at home. My issues with my dad. With all of that clustered and on one plate for me at one time, I got hot-headed. And I was like, you know what, Stevens may not be the place for me. I'm going to leave Stevens. I'm going to go with another company. But you know what? When I took the time to take that home time, when I went into Vegas and everything like that, I was able to relax my mind, to really put things in perspective and really evaluate each stuff that I was going through to see, is it Stevens or is it this that's going on? So with that being said, I'm not leaving Stevens. Like I said, if Stevens got my back, I got Stevens' back. I've never left a company because, of my pay or what other people tell me or whatever. If I leave, it's more of a personal issue for me, like a medical issue or whatever, or something happened at home where I really need to be home and focus on that. So with that, I am staying at Stevens. So I'm trying to tell y'all, don't be so quick to listen to people who have nothing good to say about Stevens. Don't be so quick. Even though there's people who work for Stevens might say, they share the negative. They don't share any of the good. Now, if they can't share you any of the good, to me, now this is me personally, I don't want to hear it. But I'd rather hear the good out of a company than always hear the negative out of the company. Because if you constantly hearing the negative out of the company, you'll never see good in the company. I've had somebody who used to work for Stevens, and all they talked about was good things about Stevens. That what made me go with Stevens, because of the good stuff I heard about Stevens. Then while I'm there at Stevens, I done had other drivers, they share me their bad experience, but they also share with their good experience. And with their good experience, I took that, and I've been leaning onto that and holding on to their good experience instead of holding on to their bad experience. Now, if somebody has came into Stevens and only did an orientation for like 3 days or 4 days, and they have not been out on the road to drive a truck for Stevens or anything, I don't want to hear nothing they got to say. Because to me, you haven't been a Stevens driver to even say anything about Stevens. Now, with any company, you're going to get bullshit. I ain't going to lie. Just a prime example. Since I, during all this period of time when I was frustrated and everything like that, and I did apply for a different company, not going to lie, I did. And I'm not even going to mention the company name, but I did. However, the company sent me an email telling me I was approved. Go, back up. Yeah, sent me a thing saying I was approved to come with their company. However, somebody else sent me an email said they couldn't verify my employment. But then I still kept getting the thing saying I had been approved when I want to start orientation. Then, since I've been back on the road or after home time, Stevens, my DM, my business counsel was like, hey, we got an employment verification from such and such. And I'm like, no, I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying with y'all. I'm not leaving Stevens. I'm staying put. I'm not going nowhere. I was just hot-headed. There was a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. So I'm staying with Stevens. Okay. Road to today, I get a call this morning before, after my DM called me to let me know about my load. I get a call from the company saying, oh, we cannot offer you employment. See, that's what I'm saying. Every company has its bull. Every company has its bull. You just can't sit here and say, oh, this company's good, and then there's something you find out. Bull. Now, with this particular company, I also heard it from student service at the school that I went to, did not to go with that company. You get what I'm saying? So you hear a lot of other companies, but people don't give you negative on other companies. Now, if they do, they'll talk about Stevens, they'll talk about Swift. I'm trying to think of some other companies, but those two right there are the main two that they talk badly about. But if you never work for those companies, how can you, as a driver, how can you talk about any company? Now, I can't speak on no company, even though I read reviews. I've never been a driver other than that Stevens company, Stevens Transport. I would never talk bad about another company. I have talked to drivers at other companies, asked them how that company is, and we sit and conversate and stuff like that. But I would never talk bad about another company because I've never driven for another company other than Stevens Transport. So my thing is, my advice is, weigh your options. But if you hear more negative, to me personally, find somebody who has positive stuff to say about the company. Because people quick to tell you about the negative experience. They'll never tell you about the positive or what they learned from the company or anything like that. They just want to, deteriorate you from that company. But this is the other thing. Do they clothe your kids? They clothe your wife, your girlfriend? Do they pay your bills? Do they put food on your table? No. So I'm not going to let nobody deteriorate me from where I'm at. Only person who can get me from where I'm at to another company is myself. And right now, I'm staying put. Like I said, Stevens got my back. I got Stevens' back. So, other than that, that's about all I got to say. I mean, I just don't like seeing bad stuff about Stevens as the company, if it's good or bad. And then I don't see nothing. I don't really see anybody saying anything really good. I'll see about 15 comments saying bad stuff, and maybe like out the 15, I'll see maybe 3 or 2 that say something good. And that bothers me sometimes, But I try not to let it bother me. I'll say my little piece, tell people they can inbox me, and I'll share with them whatever I can share with them. But it's what you make of it, I mean, some people say they started out with Stevens, 20 years ago, and they left, and they holding on to the experience and the training that they got from Stevens. Even the guy that talked me into coming to Stevens, he's no longer with Stevens. He's with another company, but he said he used everything that he learned from Stevens. everything with the company he is at right now. And regardless of what company at, he still has good things to say about Stevens. He say more good things than he say negative stuff about Stevens. But yet, you know, that makes me feel good that I did make a good choice at being with Stevens. You know, I can't speak on other drivers who work for Stevens or previous work for Stevens, but I can speak for me, OTR Diva. I can speak for me and where I'm at in my trucking career. You know, and as I look at it, I don't want to go from one trucking company to another trucking company and then another trucking company, because they all are full of crap. You know, I want to make a career out of it, and I want to retire, you know, from trucking. You know, I want to do something. I want to make this, and I'm trying not to get tearful. I'm trying to make this meaningful because my dad used to be a truck driver. So I want to make this count. You know, he might not, you know, when I go see him, you know, God forbid if he take him away, I want to still make my dad proud. That, yeah, his daughter, his youngest daughter is, you know, following his footsteps. My brother, one of my brothers, is a truck driver as well. But at least one of his daughters is doing something that he loved to do. And my daddy loved to drive trucks. So I want to continue. I just don't want to jump from one truck company to another trucking company. Is there some things that Stevens can approve of? Yeah. Maybe not. I mean, there's some things. But I'm not going to go into detail with that. But, you know, I like all the people that work there. They're all nice. They don't get upset with me. I don't get upset with them. I don't curse them out. They don't curse me out. I respect them just as much as they respect me. They talk to me like, you know, I'm a human being. I can at least say they care. I've heard people say, well, they just talk to you in a kind. I guess because I'm a people person, so nobody talks to me in any kind of way. I'm just not gonna let anybody talk to me in any kind of way. You know, like right now, today, I'm trying my best to not let this lady keep talking to me the way she keep talking to me, because I'm ready to just really cuss her out. But I've been trying to keep it professional. And that's what I've been trying to do. So, yeah, that's just my little rant, my little spiel, and everything like that. As you see, that's one of my doggies there, and then they go my other one right here. He's right here. He's my other one right here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. And my other one in the back. So, yeah. But I keep saying I'm gonna try to make more videos, but every time I think about making a video, it slips my mind, because when I'm really out here driving, I'm just driving, and I'm enjoying what I am actually literally seeing out here on the road. I am enjoying the view. I'm enjoying the scenery. I'm enjoying seeing stuff that I've never seen before. And sometimes I'm talking to family, or I'm talking to other truck drivers, in which, you know, that's basically what I do to make the time go better. You know, I call one of my truck drivers up, and I'll be like, where you at? And they'll tell me where they're 20 or they're whatever. They'll tell me where they at. I tell them where I'm at. I ask them they rolling. They'll tell me they rolling. You know, and we'll talk about, if they're a Stevens driver, they'll be like, oh, you been to this receiver, you been to this shipper, and I'll ask them the same thing. You know, just make our day go by, you know. But y'all got to stop listening to other folks when they talk negative about Stevens. You know, if you got into truck driving to drive trucks to get your feet wet or get your experience with Stevens, get it. There's no harm, no foul in it. Get your experience. If you're trying to make a career out of it, do it. If you're trying to, you know, get your own truck or whatever like that. I've been thinking about if I want to get my own truck, but right now I really don't know. Right now I do enjoy a lease operator. I'm also thinking about training. So there's a lot going on. So I know right now I don't think I'm gonna get my own truck. think that has settled. I was at one time thinking about getting my own truck, but I just don't know right now. I just don't know. I don't know if I want my own truck. So, but with that said, I would try to keep y'all posted on everything that's going on with me and trucking. Another thing I can tell y'all, stay calm, because I'm trying to stay calm, and don't get belligerent when you got shippers out here or receivers out here that want to talk to you any kind of way, or security want to talk to you any kind of way. Just stay professional. Just keep in mind who you're representing, and you're representing Stevens Transport. Regardless if you're a lease operator, owner operator, company driver, you're still representing Stevens Transport. If you're carrying a load by Stevens, if you're driving this big black truck that has Stevens Transport on the side of it, remember, keep it professional at all times. And that's all I have to say. Peace out.
You still can see me up in my big truck, boy. Smiling like a little kid when I spin the corner